Hey, today we're going to go over squat mechanics and some preps for how to squat. So what we want to be thinking about here in our squat is starting off with solid braced spine. So let me show you guys from the side what this may look like. When I'm about to get ready to squat, I squeeze my butt, tighten my stomach, and I'm in this braced neutral spine. This is going to be my start position before going anywhere, before really creating my dip down. The next thing I'm thinking about is starting to create external rotation through my legs. So I'm pressing my feet down and I'm kind of winding my hip into the back of the socket here. So now I'm all set to go down. I'm going to go down and come up. So to see this from the front, what we want to see is my knees start to come out over my ankle, not caving in at all. So knees out, ankles are stable here, so we're not letting this fall, and then coming up. So again, one more time, let me show you guys. Really solid. Now, even though it looks like I'm pulling with my feet, this pull is coming from my hip, and that's going to be external rotation of the hip. So let me show you guys with some weight, because it actually will exaggerate it and make it a little easier. As compared to, now this would be a squat where I'm kind of torqueless and I'm not really creating any stability here. This is a squat we see a lot, and right now my ankles collapsed. I feel a lot going on into my knee and my quads, especially this lower quad, and my knee is caving in. So that's a motion we want to get out and correct, because that'll lead to a lot of knee pains down the line, and it'll start to really mess up your mechanics doing other things. So just to show you one more time what a nice squat looks like, we get this hip, knee, and ankle all working together, braced spine, nice solid arch, and back up. Now, if your squat doesn't look like that, I'm going to give you guys a few pre-squat hip openers that may help you create a little bit more torsion through your hips. So this first one, what we're going to do here is kind of start off in the all fours position, and your hip is directly above your knee, and we're just going to kind of get this thing out of the way and lean into that corner of your hip. So you can walk your hands forward or kind of manipulate this any way, which way you want, so you feel yourself in the corner of your hip socket. This is working on the hip capsule. And spend about a minute or two just kind of hunting around through that area. And you'll probably, it's not going to feel like a muscular stretch, but you should feel yourself kind of setting back into your hip. The next thing we're going to do is kind of step forward and kind of replicate the bottom position of your squat. So this leg, kind of just press this foot down. Make sure your ankle is not collapsing, so check out my arch here. Make sure we have a solid arch through our foot, so we want to make sure we're not in there with this knee in. Solid arch, and really hunting around for this corner. And then we're going to go into a posterior chain opener. So what I'm doing here is kind of pressing this down, and I'm going to extend this knee and relax it. If you can't touch the ground, you can elevate so that you can touch the ground. Trying to keep my back straight. I might be a little tight now, so this may not be straight, but trying to keep that as straight as possible. And there you go. That's squat mechanics and some pre-squat hip openers.